Birmingham's the team. Down at St Andrews, we are lost supporters of our team. We chanted Super Blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton.
Welcome to Monday night's Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by Boyle Sports, the principal sponsor of Birmingham City Football Club, and in conjunction with Cafe to You, Munches Cafe, SAS Autos and Bawdsey Labour Club. This is aired on all Good Blues Facebook sites tonight, live and repeated tomorrow on Switch FM 107.5 DAB. That's at 8 p.m. What a great win for the Blues on Saturday, with Jude Bellingham not only getting the winner but himself also onto the score sheet in the second game in a row. He's that young, he nearly broke his own record. And happy Enkelman Day, everybody. It's Enkelman Day. Memories? All got them. Happy Enkelman Day. Now, as I wrote on Facebook the other day, we have to be careful, you know, what we're saying and one thing and another. Statistics, I don't give them the time of day. I'll talk about that very shortly. Mrs. Brown, we've had a busy day decorating your kitchen. No, it's a very, very nice shade of grey, actually. But anyway, as always, strap yourselves in, guys. Get ready for the world's one and only Tilton Talk Show. So a very happy Enkelman Day to each and every single one of you, and welcome to you, Mr. Fun.
Good evening.
And Mr. Sheen.
Good evening.
Mrs. Brown.
Good evening.
And for myself, of course, good evening. Now, we've been blessed today, with some tins of CBD drink. There you go, on sale at St Andrews. One for you.
Thank you.
One for you, Mrs. Brown.
I don't need one.
Another one for you.
Thank you.
And one for me. Now, I think we ought to start these off at the very start of the show, don't you? Because Chris has kindly put three... What are they called?
Tea cakes?
Tea cakes. 3 caramel tea cakes down for us if we get hungry.
Thanks.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
It's different.
It's all right, isn't it?
It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's different, isn't it?
Very.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, it's not what I thought it was. I thought it was going to be a little bit kind of like a Red Bull kind of thing, but it's not.
No.
Cannabisy flavour.
That wouldn't know.
I've never tried either.
It's almost got a taste of tea about it, slightly.
It's quite nice.
Like a fruit tea.
It's quite pleasant, isn't it?
Would you agree with that? Was that a bit controversial?
Try your own. Try your own on Saturday.
Comment.
Okay, here we go then. Wow, what a great winner that was on Saturday.
Fantastic.
Jude Bellingham again, 16 years old, on the score sheet for the second game in a run. That's going to do his confidence an absolute tower of good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, well, the whole team, every one of them to a man, fought for the result. When we were under pressure, every single one of them was, just basically playing as a whole unit defensively, and we were just much more of a threat away from home going forward this time as well. So the whole the overall team performance was excellent. Every single one of them, excellent performance. And Maxime Colin at right back was like Superman, especially going forward. Just reminded me of Stephen Carr, like the way he was bombing down that right and causing them problems, and they just couldn't cope with it.
Cracking
when he did it.
Love it. Great to be sat here with another win under our belts, isn't it, mister?
It is.
3 points off the top of the league.
Yes.
Who would have thought it?
4 wins from 7 games, I think it is. So you can't really, like you say, we haven't really hit. Doesn't feel like we've hit second/third gear yet. And we're 4 wins from 7. Like I said, so the results you can't fault one bit. and when you're picking up the results when the performances aren't quite there, I think that gives you something to work on. You go to training, that the guys will be going into training knowing that there's stuff to work on still, but actually it's much better to work on things from a base of, especially on Saturday where we go to a side that have started the season really well, have been scoring goals. I think they've scored in every game. That was the first time they hadn't scored in a game this season. So,
and they've broken their unbeaten record as well.
Were they 20 unbeaten at home? Is
something
that right?
like something.
Going into last season.
Okay, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So that's,
Are we sure
Along
about-
come the Blues,
are we
eh?
sure about that?
I think that's.
It was quite considerable amount. Yeah, somebody will tell us.
I thought they lost in the playoff semi-final in the home
Maybe some
game,
league games,
but maybe
possibly.
But yeah. So as we were saying, for them to be going into training, knowing that there's stuff to be working on, but actually you've dug in and especially on Saturday away from home, got a clean sheet, another goal for Bellingham, and there's things to work on, but we're working on them from a very good base, rather than the Forest and Swansea games where you go into training
and you've got to pick yourself
and
up
you're
again.
thinking, okay, we're under a bit of pressure here. Actually, you go into training, okay, we can improve in this area, but actually we've picked up another 3 points, so let's go into training with a smile on our face and work on these things.
I think, obviously, I'll go back to the start of last season. I think this is the opposite to that, isn't it? Last season, we were playing ever so well.
A little bit, yeah.
We were playing ever so well last season, and we weren't quite getting the results.
We were playing okay.
Yeah, it was Swansea at home again, and Forest away, and we threw the lead away, and Baggies at home. Them sort
I
of
think
games.
ever so well is a bit over the top. We played okay. We certainly. I think the thing that's fair to say is we certainly didn't get as many points as we deserved. In the start of the season. So you're right in that sense that maybe we did get a little bit fortunate. At home to Stoke,
Away to Brentford.
Possibly. But
yeah,
we've got 13 points from 21, and
you can't knock that at all.
That's
the only stat
it's
that
a really
matters
good
most,
base. It's a really good base to work off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Much better than last. Like I said, last season you think back to that Leeds game and where we finally did get the 3 points, and every game was becoming really, really important then. That actually we had to turn those results, performances into results.
Yeah.
Whereas actually now we're picking up the results. So if you can keep improving those performances, I think certainly the performance on Saturday was a vast improvement. Obviously, a world away from the last couple of away games, Swansea and Forest. So you keep improving bit by bit, with every game, but also keep picking up those results along the way, and you'll be in good stead.
Yeah, and Camp made a couple of important saves as well at crucial times.
One very good, one low down.
Yeah, that was a very good save.
He was going the wrong way and he had to get back down low to his side. So that was an excellent save. But I think that the back four again were very good.
Yeah.
As I said on the show before, I think Collan in the side means it's a back four.
Yeah.
Hard when Collan was out was the only time we went to the back five. So I think certainly Collan in the side means it's a back four, which I think what it does is it allows a little bit of flexibility and freedom for the forward men. And if you can get that to click, then we've got a good chance.
I've got to say thanks to Lee from Cafes to You, Solihull, for supplying these Green Monkey CBD drinks. They are actually very pleasant. I'm quite enjoying that.
It's okay, yeah.
Proper nice, that is.
It's all right, man.
And I'm quite fussy on stuff like that. Yeah.
It's okay, man.
Also going to say a shout out to Callum Patrick.
Sweet,
Callum. Callum has supported the Blues since 2009-2010 season, and he's going to his very first ever away game on the coach to Derby. Enjoy. It's a great day out, mate. It's a great day out. It's just a pity that the rip-off merchants at Derby want to charge 33 quid for the tickets, but that's another story. Yeah. So another 3 points bagged then. 3 points off the top of the division.
Yeah.
What's happening? This is not real. We never do this at the beginning of the season. We're never kind of in a position where we're celebrating and you know, almost having fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's the best start. It's our best start since 2008, isn't it? Mm-hmm. 2008 was the last time we started this well, so it's been a long time coming, but it's nice to see. You know, picking up the results. You know, not obviously performance is always good as well to watch when it's good, but the most important thing for me is the result at the end when that final whistle blows.
Yeah. But please, give Pep the job. Give him the title. Give him the job.
Give him the title. He's got the job, hasn't he?
Give him
the title. Give him the official backing.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah. As I said, it was always going to take time. You know, the players were always going to have to work to get used to each other. This, that, and the other.
Yeah.
You know, learn the intricacies, the little idioms about each other. You know, and at times, it's clear that it's getting there. You know,
Johnny, yeah.
You know, he's getting there, and
but what we must not do is put our expectations up too high.
No.
All right? Okay, we've got to be realists.
Yeah.
We are Birmingham City. We're a work in progress. So much has gone on. So much has changed. You know, we can't be in the situation where we think we're just going to romp the league and be done with it.
No chance.
But Mark Andrew Adams says, could we be a dark horse for the playoffs?
It's too early, isn't it, to say, I think. I mean,
played 7 games.
It'd be nice
if anybody's thinking of anything other than Preston at home, then you're kidding yourself.
Well, we have seen some encouraging
We'll address
signs.
this a little later on in the season then, shall we?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Address it in Feb. I think that's the only time you can
start.
You know, because teams will go and spend in January. So let's have a look.
Because if we were this far into the season and we'd have lost all our games so far,
Could you imagine?
We
what
would
it'd
have
be like?
been saying, "Are we not like relegation contenders?" Do you know what I'm saying? Is it too early?
It is too early. Of course, it's too early.
Yeah, because there's still plenty of time to stay up if that happened as well. We've been in that boat before, haven't we?
Yeah.
So and stayed
It
up.
feels like we say it most seasons, but
I suppose it's a little dream in the back of your head, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Well,
Could
I think,
be,
you know,
could be.
but that's just it's you know, without wanting to play party pooper or whatever. There's absolutely
You do every week. Go on, by the way.
absolutely no
I'm
point.
just really, really pleased to report that my house didn't burn down last week. Thank you very
you're
much.
Fortunate, well done.
I think for me, Gary Gardner was one of our best players last season, and he can't get in the team now.
Yeah.
You know, and that to me tells me that we have improved. You know, from last season. And I think I am seeing some encouraging signs amongst this squad and these players that we've got. We've got a good team spirit there, and if we can stay in touch round about where we are now, come sort of January, you know, then we can add maybe another striker, spend a bit more money, whatever we've got that we can spend, and make a couple of improvements in a couple of areas. Then who knows, we could maybe.
Well, listen to this, right? I was listening to Talk Sports on Saturday afternoon, right? And there was a Wolves fan on there calling for Nuno's head. Right? He was nearly crying. He was nearly crying. Not that I care, but like it just shows how fickle they can be, doesn't it? You know?
Yeah.
But you know, there's no point in even dwelling on what could happen come May. You know, we've gone to Charlton and picked up a fantastic 1-0 win. Let's enjoy the fact that we're picking up results at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy the fact that performances are picking up. We look like we're more solid than we were 3 weeks ago. This, that, and the other. Let's go to Preston with a bit of optimism and hope for the same again. And then we go to Derby and hope for the same again. And then, like I said, come December time, let's see where we are. Let's see if it's worth having a punt in January and seeing what we could do in January. And then come the end of Feb, let's see where we are then. And then we can start saying, okay, who's in and around us? What are we doing? How are the players playing? What are our injuries like? Let's see if we can have a go.
That's the business end of the season, isn't it?
Jez wrote a few minutes ago, I think we are starting to gel well, so in a few weeks, after a few weeks, more games, it'll be scary to see what this team can do. I like that. Quite like that.
Yeah.
The potential's certainly there.
Absolutely.
You know, anybody's suggesting that we're breaking the door down and battering teams and looking absolutely monstrous at the moment. But
No.
But we're getting there slowly but sure. It was always going to take. It's always going to take 15 to 20 games before you started seeing an actual proper representation of this side.
Yeah.
Um,
And as Chris Woodley said, get to 50 points before we worry about the playoffs, with an exclamation mark after it. Kind of agree.
just get to Preston. Let's go to Preston on Saturday and see what happens.
Yeah. Mark Yates seems to think that Puskas wants to leave Reading. Well, that's unfortunate. Dale McQuillan.
Everybody wants to leave Reading.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Reading?
It's horrible, isn't it?
Nobody wants to be in Reading.
It's like crew.
And from Dan McQuillan, playoffs one game at a time. There's a long road ahead this season, but on the current side, Blues are... Can't see it now because you just turned it off. Blues are in position. That's what it is, yeah.
Well, we're in 8th position, aren't we?
Same
We
point. Yeah, we joined fourth though as well.
Joint fourth, aren't we?
On points.
We've got 13 points. That's all we need to look at.
Yeah.
The position is irrelevant because 3 defeats and we'll be 18th. Never mind 8th. So we've got 13 points on the board. Let's go to Preston on Saturday. Home to Preston on Saturday, and let's see.
Yeah. And as I wrote on Facebook the other night to reply to somebody who had commented on there, I don't give stats the time of day. The only thing is it's another 3 more points on the board. Yep. Almost a third of the way from relegation. Keep right on being sung just before the final whistle. Blues fans travelling home happy after spending the money. Potentially a bigger, noisier home crowd at the next game. Sky's supercomputer, which had us down for relegation, can be firmly placed where they want it to be. Radio West Midlands being shocked that we are on the same points as the Baggies. Happy weekend in my house. It's all good stuff, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's all good stuff.
Yeah.
Blimey.
Unless you've still got a house.
Which didn't burn down, thankfully.
That's the main positive side from it, isn't it? So,
I don't suppose yours even had a small smoulder in it, did it?
No. It's
You didn't
cold
even
as
put the heating
ice,
on or
mine.
anything?
No.
But I must say, I see so much potential in Jude Bellingham. I mean, he does look very good, doesn't he? He's, obviously he's got to keep his feet on the ground and take each game at a time, a bit like we were just talking about with the whole team. But for me, he does look a real prospect.
Okay, Ray seems to think the Blues might be introducing McEachran on Saturday to the crowd.
Okay.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
I think it's a cracking signing if it can happen. I genuinely think he walked straight into. I think he walked straight into the side,
right?
Personally, but if he's fully fit, and he's ready to give it a good go this season, if he's got a point to prove, I think it'd be a magnificent bit of business. Yeah.
Dave Tolley doesn't like it when you talk sense.
Well, you best get used to it, Dave, because it happens far too often.
This is all we're getting, is it?
It's basically every 2 minutes, sense after sense after sense.
Can just feel the excitement coming off your tongue, can't you?
It's just something people have got to get used to.
Did love Ray's comment over the weekend, which was Marabty's endeavour to put the ball in the danger area, Bellingham's gamble and determination to get that ball and fire home. And the start of that was Colin's strength to go past 2 of the opposition and slide in Marabty.
Yeah.
Keep right on.
Excellent goal.
Loved it.
Really good goal.
It was a brilliant goal.
Yeah.
The Colin's movements made it. It's his bravery, and actually, I think this is, a lot of people get carried away and, overshadow. I think you're looking at, when they say Pep's being forced to play this way that the owners want him to play, I don't think it's a particular brand of football. I don't think it's a particular style of football they want. They just want to see a little bit of bravery, a little bit of excitement, a little bit more endeavour at times, and that's exactly what we had from Max on Saturday with the goal. It would have been easy to play it back across the back and go again, but actually he's seen the gap and he's gone for it. And his movement has created the space. Marabty's movement is good out wide. I think Bellingham, you said about Bellingham.
Yeah.
The thing that impresses me, the main thing that impresses me about the kid he's 16 years old.
Absolutely,
He talks like he's a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
The last thing I'm concerned about is Jude Bellingham going off the rails, because I think he's got a brilliant family, and he just when he speaks, you can see how much it means to him to play for Blues. The last thing, like I said, the last thing I'm concerned about is him not making it, because his everything about his character and his personality seems absolutely magnificent, and I think there's no issue there whatsoever. From a footballing perspective, the thing that impressed me most is he's playing in a position that's a bit new. He's learning that position. He's learning his defensive responsibilities, but actually, when that ball gets out to Marabti, there was no headless chicken. It was a calm, calculated run, perfectly timed into the box, and the finish into the back of the net. And I'm not gonna go over the top, but that sort of run, perfectly he knew exactly when he had to make that move into the box. He knew exactly what his stride, so it'd land on his right foot perfectly.
Yeah.
That sort of thing is not. You don't coach that. No. That's just your footballing brain.
Yeah.
That I've got to arrive here at this time. And he did it magnificently. And if he can keep doing that, obviously, when the ball's out wide as well, Charlton centre halves seeing the ball out wide will be like, right, we need to make sure this isn't going on Duke's head. And as it's pulled back, you can see both. They're concerned about where Duke is, because the last thing they want to do is give him room in the box. If the ball comes in the air, and as I said, Jude's run is wonderful.
It's looking a dangerous partnership, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think it's something that can develop and blossom as well. And like I said, Jude he's 16. He'll have games where he fritters in and out.
Yeah.
But absolutely, otherwise he'll be. If he doesn't, he'll be at Barcelona or Real Madrid in 3 years for 100 odd million. So,
but going back to how he handles the media and how he talks the game, that is testament to everybody at the youth academy squads and this.
It's testament to a lot of people.
Nurtured him through.
Yeah,
and
but the biggest credit should always be the player.
An absolute potential star in the making.
Yeah, possible. Yeah.
I mean, he's just got it. It's just natural. It's just
I agree.
Kit.
Yeah. Chris Woodley's just said Marabti made us look a lot less one-paced up top, which I agree with.
Yeah.
That extra injection of pace that Marabti brought into the team did make us a lot better going forward.
It was like I said, I've said before, it was something they were working on in pre-season. He was the one that would be the most advanced supporting Duke in pre-season.
Yeah.
Obviously he got his injury, which didn't help. Magoma got his injury as well, so it might have been forced on Pep a little bit to play the way he wanted to play, but we won't play the same system every game. It wouldn't surprise me if we went back to.
No, we're not a one-trick pony.
It wouldn't surprise me if we went back to Duke and Jimenez up front together at Preston, because the onus is on us a bit more to go after the game a little bit. But the fact, like you say, the fact that we've got options. We've got different ways to play, but actually it's the mindset and the mentality that we're gonna be happy to have the ball. We're gonna be happy to commit a few players forward.
Yeah.
So whatever the system, whatever the front four, if you like, or the two and the wide men, however it is panned out, that same mentality, that same footballing philosophy has to be there, and I think that's the key difference that you'll see from last season. Rather than, we're going to pass it around and keep the ball for half hour and have 80-odd% possession. I think it's just the mentality that actually we're going to be happy to try and keep the ball, and we're going to be happy to go at teams. Rather than say we're going to wait until we get the ball back and we'll just get it forward as quickly as possible.
And again, it's testament to Pep and his coaching staff. And the skills that they've pushed into the players. The last time this was attempted, it failed miserably, right? This time it's kind of starting to work.
It's early days. We've got results.
I'll talk to you about in February.
We've got results from it.
Yeah.
We're picking up results, which obviously is the crucial thing at the moment.
Yeah. Do we know what happened to Bielba, by the way? Did he pick up a knock before? I think he picked up a knock, didn't he? And he had to miss the whole match day squad.
Yeah, he wasn't in the squad, was he? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, but that might be just a young kid from Spain who's come in. You know, he's played most of this season, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It might just have been a case of, right, we're away from home against a side that have started well. Let's go with what we know. You know, a good chance. Marabti's back in the squad, so a good chance for be able to take a week off, take stock, have a rest, work on a few things in training, and I'm sure we'll see him again at some point, probably on Saturday. As I said, in a home game where you might just need that added bit of ingenuity and creativity.
That should be an interesting game on Saturday, shouldn't it? Now then, we've got that one under our belts.
Yeah,
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, they're not a bad side either, are they, Preston? They started the season well as well. Fifth, are they?
I'm not sure where they are.
They're fifth.
They've got the same record as us. 4 wins,
Yeah.
one draw, 2 defeats. But all those 4 wins have been at home.
Okay.
So they haven't won away from home yet. So let's see what they. Yeah, they'll be wanting to turn that round on Saturday. Obviously, they'll want to continue their positive start to the season in terms of results.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see what they come with. The other important thing to think on about the Preston game is the Tuesday after they've got Man City at home in the in the Carabao Cup.
Okay.
So whether there's one eye on, you hope even just.
We've got green screens again.
Even just 1 or 2%, in the heads of the Preston players.
Yeah.
Obviously they'll be desperate to be playing against Man City.
Yeah.
If they could drop 1 or 2%, then let's see what we can do with them.
I just commented a few minutes ago, just turning in, lads, so sorry if this has been covered already. I wasn't at the game, but was at Forest and Swansea. Could you tell by the way we set up that Pep knew we needed to attack more? How did Charlton compare to Forest and Swansea?
I don't think they're as good. I certainly don't think they're as good as Forest and Swansea. Players available to them, obviously. Lyle Taylor, who's been their goal scorer this season, he wasn't in the squad due to injury, which was a big boost for us. But I just think it's we're working on things. Obviously, Forest we conceded relatively early on, and it wasn't great from then. Swansea we held out for 50, 55 minutes. Looked defensively okay, but obviously offered very little going forward. Whereas this time at Charlton we kept that defensive resoluteness, had a little bit more going forward. The big thing, especially away from home, is the goal. You get the goal,
and the noise from that crowd, unreal.
Yeah,
God, that was stunning. That was beautiful.
A sellout Blues away following is. He's always going to make noise, isn't he?
It's natural.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we created other good chances as well, didn't we, before we scored?
Yeah,
I mean,
Jude had a couple,
Roberts had a good chance as well. So that's what encourages me is because in the Swansea and Forest games we didn't really offer much at all.
You could throw a hat over every time we got the ball in the opponent's half in those games. So,
exactly. Yeah. So it's a massive improvement from them 2 games.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. As I say, we're gonna. I don't mean this massively disrespectfully to Charlton, but the reality is they've had a good start to the season, but I think it's that riding the wave of promotion last season that's helped them.
Yeah.
People might have taken them a little bit lightly. They haven't done a great deal of transfer activity over the summer, so. But yeah, so I think Swansea and Forest. Both of those sides are considerably better than Charlton.
Yeah,
and I think we will have away games where teams will have joy against us because we're not the best team in the league. So
no,
and that's the way of the Championship, if you like. That's just what happens. But defensively look very good. That's got better. That side of it's got better. and the attacking intent side of it has got better. So,
Kev Kelly, thanks for this one. Villalba has tightened muscles following training, so Pep took no risks with him, and a scan showed no damage. And good information. Thank you.
He'll be back very soon then.
Yeah. Ladies' news this week. Women, sorry.
Yeah, very similar story, if you like, to the start of last season. If you, really, we played okay. West Ham away this weekend. Played okay. We look like we're, again a summer of upheaval. So it's you got new players coming in, especially in the front line. New players coming in, learning to get used to what their teammates are doing. But it's just not clicking up top at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not dreadful. Put on Twitter last night. I've seen a couple of people saying they switched it off after 15 minutes because it's rubbish and they're sick of it. And then another person was saying this side is easily top 4 quality once it clicks. I think there's a middle ground. I think we'll be okay. I don't think we'll be in any relegation trouble come the end of the season, but it needs to click. The unfortunate thing for us is that we've played Everton at home and West Ham away, who were both, for me, bang average sides. But because we're not there, because it's very new to us still, and we're still learning and we're still trying to get that philosophy into gear and the system into learning which players are going to be best. I don't think she knows our best team yet, because we're not quite there yet. We've dropped points against teams that I think we should be
points against.
We should be above come the end of the season, and you hope that those games that don't come back to bite us towards the end of the season. But yeah, much like the Blues men's side, it's gonna take time. We need to be patient with it.
Bear in mind we've had a lot more games and we're starting to settle now, though. So
yeah. Also, the Women's Super League is 12 teams, so it's a 22 league game season rather than 46. So you lose your first 2 and you've only got 20 left. So
yeah, I see that.
But yeah, so the sooner, obviously, it sounds obvious, but the sooner they click into gear, the better. And you hope that they can start picking up points, because much like the men's side, if you're picking up points when you're still learning, it'll give you confidence and to keep going and trust what you're doing. So that if they can pick up a few points in the next 3 games, then confidence will start to build, and hopefully we'll get there.
Interjection.
This week's 3-word review winner was Matt Phipps with Jude the Gem.
Jude the Gem.
Simple as that.
Jude the Gem, simple as that. Siobhan Kenny Preston are 5th in the table, and although above us, I'm going with a 2-0 win for the Blues with Bellingham and Duke on the score sheet. Lovely. Crikey. And Ian Stark, guys, any views on that ref? It was a bit of a strange decision to send Bowler off, wasn't it, really? A little bit of handbags.
Just a bit of a ruckus, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nothing major.
Yeah.
Pep got booked, didn't he?
Pep got booked, yeah. He said he'll check the booking.
Because they were accusing us of time wasting, weren't they? Holding onto the ball or...
Yeah. But
isn't that what the 4th official's there for, to add more time on?
Well, but it's game management. And this is something that we were rubbish at last season. We could have been 3. Well, we were 4-0 up at QPR, and and we only just managed to hold on to the win.
Yeah.
Game management, we've been rubbish at. I think a lot of people don't like seeing it, but everybody does it. So I almost want to see that petulance. I almost want to see us go down with a calf strain when the ball's knocking around our area. So the referee has to stop it. And I want us to get the crowd frustrated, and I want us to get their bench frustrated, because if we're ahead, waste as much time as you can, because I want to see that game management.
The philosophy is, if you're going to cheat fairly.
Well, no, you're not. You're not cheating. You just it's game management. You're seeing the game out.
If you're faking an injury, I think you're cheating.
It's a new word for it.
Or holding your face, or
define faking an injury.
Well, if you're going down,
if you've played 85 minutes of football, I'm sure somewhat in your body's going to be sore.
Well,
so make the most of it. Say everybody does it. Yeah. Everybody does it.
Yeah, no,
Stoke were doing it. Stoke were doing it to us. And absolutely countless times last season.
Yeah.
But that Bolton game at home, as soon as they scored, that was it. I don't think the ball must have been in play for 4 minutes after that.
Yeah.
So let's make the most of it.
Yeah.
We've picked up the 3 points at the end of the day.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Obviously, you want to keep the ball for as long as you can, but if you're under the cosh, and they're chucking the kitchen sink at you, then make the most of every opportunity you can.
Okay.
Because everybody does it.
They do. You're dead right.
Everybody if you think that we've got better morals than everybody else,
you know what?
And they equalise in the last minute,
do you know what's funny about it?
Let's see how much your morals are 2 points.
We go absolutely mental.
Yeah.
And then when we're doing it, we think it's funny.
But that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah, but you've got to give these teams a taste of their own medicine.
How do we feel when teams do it down St Andrews? We're absolutely raging at them.
Yeah.
So we know what it feels like to have that done to us. And it can it disrupts the rhythm of the game. The flow goes. All impetus that the home side has goes completely. So let's do that. Let's do that more.
Okay, Alex Sheldon. Personally, I think Bellingham should be on the bench next game. It's been a hectic week for him with the under-16 England matches and can't afford for him to burn out. Pep needs to use when he is fresh. I think at 16 you're pretty fresh, aren't you?
He's got a week's rest now, hasn't he?
Very fresh.
You are. There's that intensity of it, though. Obviously,
yes, there is. Yeah, and to captain England at 16.
Yeah.
Wow, man. What a week for him, eh?
He's a real talent.
Scored on his debut, scored in front of the Tilton.
Yeah.
On his full debut, scored in front of the Tilton, captain England, and then scored the following week. Boom, have that.
Yeah. I think at the moment, like you said, he'll be so high at the moment. Riding cloud, on top of the clouds. So run with it. I would give him another go on Saturday.
I'd be surprised if he's not playing.
If it's very evident that that intensity, that sharpness is waning a little bit, then that's the time to take him out for a couple of games. But at the moment, the kid's absolutely flying. So give him the ball and say go and do stuff, Jude. So.
Yeah, everybody's of the same opinion. If you can't beat them, join them on the.
Everybody does it.
Time wasting, shall we say?
Yeah,
everybody does it.
All right,
and it's always happened.
Exactly. Don't pretend that it's something that has been crept into the game for the last 10 years or so.
No, it's not.
It's been going on forever.
Yeah. Okay, got to mention my sister Pat. Bless her. They had a day in Shipston, a Pink Ladies Day in Shipston on Stour, and it's basically a day that has been happening for the past 5 years in Shipston. It's organised by Pam and Julie, amazing ladies. It started at 12:30 for drinks and an amazing 3-course meal. Raffle, shoot, marry, snog game where pictures of celebs are shown. Greasy Grealish came up. Chap who was doing it is a huge supporter. Charlie and myself, Stella automatically started the song, which
We love Grealish.
No, something on the Villa, and several others joined in. Obviously, he was shot. Then a band played, then a disco, then there was a huge amount of alcohol drank. It's for ladies, though men could come after 6, and all men volunteered to serve at the tables and the main bar. It was an amazing day, and I feel poorly today, but it was all for good cause. Cancer research. They haven't tallied it up yet, but there were over 200 ladies present, and I'm sure she'll tell me when they do tally up how much they've earned. So well done, girl. Well done.
Well done. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
While we're in that vein, Blues for All and Accessing Blues we need to congratulate them. Well, wish them luck, really. I think Friday's
Oh yes,
awards.
yes, of course, yeah. That's come around quick again, hasn't it?
It's Fans for Diversity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good luck there. Blues for All in the Championship category. Excessive Blues are in the free kicks category as part of Allies in Action. More details on Football Supporters Association website.
There you are. Good luck, guys. Good luck at each and every single one of you. Martin Swinscoe, Camp is the best at wasting time. He's a master craftsman with the dive forward. You mean?
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Isn't it? I love to watch it. It's so
So
funny.
you love to watch that, but we're questioning
No, well, I'm
everything else.
just questioning your morals and your standards. That was.
I have absolutely zero morals. Where is the room for morals? Goodness me.
Love it. Also, got to say thank you to Richard Golding, Richard Golding, for purchasing the shirt. I think that was delivered to him today by your good self, and the tally amount reached was £300 and over pounds,
£320,
something like that. Yeah, okay.
Fantastic.
And that's all for the BHST team, Birmingham Homeless Support Team. Now,
Every penny will be used.
have a look outside your windows. It's dark, right? It's miserable. It's dank. These guys need sleeping bags, boots, shoes, socks, woolies, hats. Winter's coming. Gloves, any toiletries that you can possibly think of. That's for ladies and as well as men. Yeah. And you can drop those off at Borsley Labour Club. You can drop those off with Mrs. Brown, who you've got at the facility, and also at the Conservative Club in Chelmsley Wood. Okay, so those are the three strategic drop-off points that that stuff can be sent to. So if you've got anything, please, now is the time of year to start gathering it together, bagging it up, and getting it off to these guys so that they can distribute it out to those who are less fortunate than ourselves. Thank you. Happy Encoming Day, everybody. I just thought that.
And also to you.
Oh, thanks. I'm overcome with emotion.
You are actually.
I was today. Yeah. Lindsay Phillip, my lad's 15 trains on Saturdays, plays a full 90-minute game on Sunday, sometimes goes Power League both days and does GCSE PE 5 days a week. Jude's good playing with a few days rest. They're young, with a big smiley face.
Yeah.
Big Singh, thank you, gents. VAR. He knows what I mean. Super 6. I'd like to talk about Super 6 because I believe that I'm actually in the top 10 this week. I think I am. I know.
I don't know where Mr. Fun is,
No, I don't know. No.
I've passed mine on to a second party. A third party is entering my scores.
Passing the book, is it sort of thing?
Well,
When you're not doing very well.
The thing is,
you can blame somebody else.
yeah, but the thing is, it's almost unfair on everybody else if I
It's like
actually do
saying,
it.
I
So.
have a man to do
Why
that
is it?
for me.
Why is it unfair on everybody else if you do it?
Because there's only so many times you can get them all right and show up the rest of the league. So
You have no spirit of joining in, do
somebody
you?
else.
Not on anything. I can't. Could you imagine him being around in 1977 when we had the Queen's Silver Jubilee and we had street parties and things, and people with buntings and flags? Could you imagine him sitting in the corner?
I'll give you a couple of shillings to go and get some bread. Knock on my door on the day, and there's big trouble. I will watch it on my own if I can be bothered.
No problem at all. Going back to Jude, Pete Taylor. At Jude's age, I was playing for 2 teams every week and training twice a week. These days, I like Heineken. No, that's horrible lager. There are other better lagers on the market, surely, not just Heineken. And thanks from Steve Portman as well for the Ouch Excessive Blues shout out there. Right, on to Preston then. Predictions first.
4-1 Blues.
Are you saying that flippantly, or is
4-1
that
Blues? You asked for a prediction. I
I asked for a
Blues.
prediction, but you went
4-1 Blues. That's
the
what I
body
think.
language, the shoulder shrug. It just put me off a little bit. That was
It's
I was saying,
it's European flair.
all. Where'd you get it from?
4-1.
4-1.
4-1.
the week away in IB thing, it's European flair.
2-0 Blues.
I'll go 2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
2-0 Blues, yeah.
You go
First goal scorer?
Hey, Jude. Nah.
Alvaro Jimenez.
Oh.
There you
Okay.
go.
I'll go
Duke.
Marabty.
Right, okay.
Oh, why not go for it? I'll go for
Lee
Jude.
Camp.
Jude?
You're going Jude. You're going Jude.
Why not? What do I win?
But it's nice to be able to
Nothing.
go, you know, the Saturday after another win. So that's 2 wins on the trot. Yeah, boom. Have that. And then a home game after that. It should be nice and exciting.
Yeah. If we can, you know, get the momentum, keep the momentum going, keep winning, and see where we can finish up.
Lots of predictions coming in. Was a 2-0. Keep going if you would. I won't be able to read them all. Benji Smith 2-2. Mark Adams 1-1. Linda 3-0 Blues. Jude hat-trick. Oh my goodness gracious me. On Green Monkey 2. Steve Portman, my prediction for Blues versus Preston. I'll be there and we'll actually be able to see something. Don't know what that quite means. Ian Starks goes
Because they
Harley.
couldn't at Charlton.
Oh right.
The
Right.
disabled section was
That's poor.
poor.
That's poor if that
It
happens.
was surrounded by Blues fans, so obviously all the Blues fans stood up, so they couldn't see anything. So I think they need to look at where they position their disabled fans
Yeah,
at
absolutely.
Charlton.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Just,
We've got a right to watch the game. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Not
Yeah.
right, is it?
No.
Going back to Enkelman Day.
Yeah, happy Oakman Day to you.
What are people's best
And
personal
also
memories?
to you.
And where were you? Where were you?
What,
at the
yeah,
time?
what were people's best personal memories of that night? I mean,
Where were you?
I was there. I was sat in the cop in block 28.
Right.
And the best feeling for me was when we were 3-0 up singing "Can We Play You Every Week?" and I could feel the floor below me actually bouncing. It was just unbelievable. The atmosphere was unbelievable that night.
I just got back from Florida and had just gotten to the pub. Unusually for me. Just got back to the pub as the goal went in about 2 minutes later. So,
Yeah.
So I was blessed to see it, even though I wasn't actually at the game. I missed the game due to very poorly timed holiday. And yourself?
Yeah, I was there. My season ticket seat. So, yeah, we were saying before. Obviously, you remember all the goals as well, but I remember quite at 1-0. At 1-0, they were just starting to press a
It
little
doesn't
bit.
look like we're gonna have one of them each now, does it?
They were just starting to get on top a little bit, and they had a goal disallowed for offside.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, this could be a very nervy last 25 half hour here. But then Peter decided to
Score the world.
just let it go under him. So yeah,
So that seat you were in, is that still the seat you're in now?
no,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
Me neither. I've moved back. I mean, yeah.
Okay, it's time for Alphabetti Footy.
Yeah. Do you want to draw this one, Mr. Foot?
Oh, I don't mind. Yeah, it will be a laugh, won't it?
Come on, we want a good one.
Well, I don't know what is that. Is that?
That is a Z.
It's Zigic. There you go. That's this
That's
week's
that.
edition.
We can't get a
Blues,
break
man.
with this, can we?
Who invented this game?
Zigic, innit?
You can tell he's not in charge of fun, can't you?
You got Zarate. Mauro Zarate.
Okay, Paul. Good luck. You crack on trying to suggest to everybody that Mauro Zarate gets in there ahead of Nikola Zigic. Yeah, go on.
So I think we've got a winner on that one then.
Yeah, I'll do.
Should we do another one then?
Move on.
Yeah, no, do another one.
Do another one then?
Yeah, do another one. Do another one. Do a proper one.
Because we've already had that one on the page as well.
It's going to be one.
Ray, Pete Taylor, Zarate. You're on Mars. Over Zigic.
No.
What we got?
K.
K.
There we are. I'll start off with Howard Kendall.
Might not be beaten.
Yeah, good one.
Kilkenny.
For God's sake.
K. So
K it is then, unless anybody else can think of another one beginning with Z. At
Zigic has won it with Z.
yeah.
Definitely. Well,
So
everybody goes the
right
right.
Ziggy on the back of that one.
Zigic.
So K. This week's letter is a letter K.
Yeah, Zarate. Zarate seems to be the king.
Really?
Marlon King.
Marlon King. He was
Marlon
good.
King, yeah.
Yeah.
Could be, give you.
A little controversial, so we say.
Ian said, "Oh no, Zola."
Zola didn't play that.
Zola didn't play for Birmingham City.
Andy Kennedy.
Marlon King again.
Yeah, Marlon King did.
Yeah, Stephen Kelly.
Stephen Kelly's a good shout. He wasn't a bad player.
Kevin Phillips.
Nah, it's got to be the first surname.
Surname.
Surnames only.
Yeah, Kendall's definitely got to be the one, hasn't he?
How come we've changed to a smaller version?
Just had a bit of a refurb.
Oh, right, okay.
I'll be surprised if somebody comes up with a better option than Howard Kendall.
Mm.
Yeah.
Personally.
So obviously
Cusack.
Kushak, yeah, he wasn't a bad keeper.
Yeah.
I can't believe what I'm hearing at times.
Yeah.
Kushak.
Oh, dear me.
Karofsky.
All you got to do is share this to win a prize next week. We will pull a competition out in a minute. Yeah, got one sorted. Okay, so we're all ready for that one when it comes round.
And while we're talking about yesteryears, with Howard Kendall, we will have a superstar from the 70s in the studio next week.
Next week. Are we allowed to say who it is?
Go on then.
Yeah.
You've put it on.
Oh, you've put it on
page,
Facebook.
haven't
Of course
you?
I have,
Yeah.
So,
It's
yeah.
Phil Summerhill.
Phil Summerhill, yeah.
Phil Summerhill, who played in the Trevor Francis days
Yeah.
way back in the 70s.
Outscored Trevor Francis in the Trevor Francis
1973, I
days.
think he was playing around then, so yeah.
Yeah, 70s, yeah, late 70s.
Yeah.
Late 60s, early 70s, yeah. Yeah.
Alex-
can I just say he was top scorer for 3 seasons?
3 seasons running.
Seasons running.
What about Clifton Bell?
Keep Bell, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Alex Turton says,
possible.
was there a player called Cool, K-H-U-L, of the
Cool,
80s?
Yes, Martin Cool.
Martin Cool, yeah.
Yeah.
He was a good player.
Yeah. Midfielder, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
A bit before my time, but I do remember him.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember him playing for Derby. I don't remember him playing for us, though.
I don't
Never heard of that one.
No, I don't know Karofsky.
Karofsky?
Yeah, played under
Johan
Bruce.
Karofsky, yeah.
Oh, yes, he did, yes.
American
yes, yeah,
striker.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, blimey.
Chet Kite as another. I
Canadian striker.
thought he was American. Is he Canadian?
Ooh.
I thought he was American.
Check Keaton.
Somebody
check
Google
Keaton
it,
in there.
please.
I'm sure he was
He's
American.
American or Canadian?
I think he was American.
I think he
got a
played for the
feeling he was
USA, actually. I
Canadian.
remember, yeah. Scored a nice header against Everton in the Premier League and a nice goal away at against
Fulham,
Fulham
I remember.
when we played at QPR's ground,
I
yeah.
was there for that.
Yeah,
one,
yeah. Yeah, he wasn't a bad player. He was all right. Just didn't stay long, did he?
No.
Happy.
Phil Summerhill's mum was my dinner lady at school, says Brett Stanley.
Right, there's a claim to
So
fame,
we'll have to
Brett.
write that one down to tell
Yeah,
Phil next
exactly,
week,
yeah.
because I bet Phil won't be able to sleep unless he hears that.
Jeff Kenner.
Oh, Jeff Kenner's a great
Kenner.
shout. Forgot about it.
Great
Yeah, yeah.
player. Great player.
Yeah, Martin
Still
Swinso.
think
Somebody needs to have an actual Google and have a watch of Howard Kendall play football.
Oh, yeah.
This is quite offensive.
Yeah. Canadian says Alan Minute.
I did think
Yeah.
Canadian, was he? Karofsky?
no, and then a couple of people have said American.
I
So
thought he was American.
Oh, dear, dear.
it's kicking off.
Okay. Fight.
Kingston. Anybody called Kingston?
Yeah, a goalkeeper who played once
Yeah.
and was
yeah,
useless.
Yeah, he was awful.
So Buzz Rock put him into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no,
Alan Kennedy didn't play for the Blues.
it's only fair.
Yeah.
Alan Kennedy, yeah.
What, the Liverpool player?
Andy Kennedy. Andy Kennedy.
I was going to say Alan
gonna say,
Kennedy
not
played for
Alan
Liverpool.
Kennedy,
Yeah, Andy Kennedy, wasn't
Andy
it?
Kennedy.
He played when I started going.
I know that nobody's listening or watching that specific game that's on TV tonight, but have West Ham scored yet?
It must be 0-0. I'm
I
sure we would have
forgot
heard something by now.
Yeah.
Forgotten all about it, to be honest.
Check Canundoy. Brett. Leave it out, lad. Leave
It
it,
is
out.
0-0.
Still 0-0. Yeah.
also- yeah.
Linda Ensor saw Howard Kendall playing,
Yeah,
so did I.
Quite a few times.
And Bick says awful Kingston.
So who would Howard Kendall as a player compared to in today's game?
Oh,
Okay.
that's a real difficult one.
Don't know if you
What would he
could.
be worth?
That is even more difficult.
Yeah.
He's England international, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, golly heck.
He'd be in the Premier League, wouldn't he?
Oh,
Yeah.
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 It'd be
It's
one
better
above
than
that.
Henderson.
Oliver Capo, that goal against Chelsea.
Oh, that's a good shot. He was
at
good.
Duras.
That was a great goal against Chelsea. And I
against Bolton.
thought we've got the greatest footballer I have ever seen. At half-time at Chelsea, I remember turning to my mate, Tom, and saying, this kid is going to be an absolute star. And that was it. That's all we were. That's all we got out of him, really.
He's got a few other goals,
Your
didn't he?
mate Tom.
No, I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
Well, he did.
Well, yeah. Statistically, you're correct.
Yeah.
But I'm not. No.
I'm not saying he was a world beater, but
No.
he didn't live up to his expectation, did he? But he
No,
did
well,
get a few nice
like
goals.
I said, that goal at Chelsea, that first 45 minutes, I thought, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
what have we got here?
It was a rocket, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a screamer.
Well, I can confirm after the first hour of the show that the CBD Green Monkey drink had
Let's go. Yeah.
no effects,
Okay.
no ill effects, no side effects.
It had an ill effect on itself
Why?
because it bubbled all out of mine. I'm concerned as why it all of a sudden started. It was frothing to about here.
Not that. I mean,
We gave you the special tin.
go special.
Basilios Caligaros
Who?
That's great.
No,
from Dave Twine. No.
Don't know who she played for.
Howard Kendall's Blues is Kevin De Bruyne says Richard Hayler.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Nah.
Not, yeah, well,
I see
I
some
don't think
similarities.
he wasn't a flair player.
No.
No.
He wasn't a flair player.
No.
I don't think he's saying he's as
He
good
had
as
a good
Kevin De
passing
Bruyne was,
range,
but he's closest we ever had to him, maybe.
Noel Kinsey from Paul Lilly. Anybody remember him?
no.
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 No. And Paul versus Meredith as well. Or Paul v Meredith. Noel Kinsey also.
Confirmation there. It is 0-0.
Yeah, what a shame. Come on, West Ham. That
More
green
money-
monkey stuff was lovely, says Steve Portman. Take great taste. It really is. It absolutely is nice. I would definitely have it again. You wouldn't?
No.
Nope.
No.
He's blowing bubbles, ironically, tonight as well.
I thought it was a bit of plastic shoved in the top.
No. It was up here.
Anyway, Lee will be at the women's cup match.
Yeah, that's a blow, isn't it?
I know, yeah. With his
'Cause
green
I'm
mon-
not.
With his green monkey. Okay.
I'm not there at the cup one, but I'll be there the week after.
Yeah, so if you are at the cup match, then look out for the Cafe to You.
Any women's match is
Yeah.
always there, yeah.
It'll be over on the far side in the corner.
It'll be next to Terry's burger van.
You can get your coffees and your Green Monkey CBD.
Mike Kelly, goalkeeper. I remember Alan Kelly, the goalkeeper we had on loan.
Mike
I don't remember
Kelly,
Mike Kelly. Yeah, Mike Kelly.
He's from our area, I think.
Ian Stark, would you say Kendall was similar to Ray Wilkins? No, I think we're kind of drawing a line there.
Bit before Wilkins, when
You were a bit before Wilkins, but very similar player.
Yeah, yeah.
Very similar player. Yeah, I would actually. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did win the.
And Kev Kelly says Howard Kendall was the Mark Ward of his era.
So does he win it then?
Anybody else going on that K apart from Howard Kendall?
I think it's disrespectful to put anybody else there.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'm always right.
Let's go that then.
You're always right.
Let's do that then.
Okay.
Okay. He's locked in
Mr.
that
Fun
vault.
has locked himself in to the fact that he's always
Always.
right.
Always.
Always right.
I noticed earlier that Maureen Minute was surprised that I had a friend.
Yeah.
We're all surprised at that.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was as well.
We'll go with associate rather
Okay.
than friend.
Right, okay.
Because I don't want to get too
That
carried
could mean
away.
a few things, that could, so...
Yeah, I'll leave it up to you. Lindsay wants to know what's the price of Green Monkey at the ground.
Linda, I honestly don't know.
Well, Lindsay asked.
Lindsay, sorry.
So if you want to keep talking to Linda, that's fine. But Lindsay was the one who
I'm
asked.
sure Lee can
Yeah.
confirm that if he's watching.
Price doesn't come into it. Price
No.
doesn't come into it, no.
Kevin Kelly says, has Pep done enough to lose the acting tag?
Yeah, Kev, I said this earlier. Give him the title, give him the job, give him the free rein, give him what he needs, give him the tools that he needs to do the job, because what we're starting to see is what he promised to deliver. Yeah?
Yeah. I think we should give him a few more games. That's my opinion. Give him another 5 or 6 games, and then if we're still, where we want to be, then yeah.
Why are we even talking about it?
It's almost like he is.
Should there be even a position of an acting permanent?
Well, do we think with Gary Monk at Sheffield Wednesday there still could be some movements from our coaching staff to theirs?
Almost certainly.
I'm not talking about Pep.
Almost certainly.
Yeah. So I think
I'd put money on it.
before they offer him the role permanently, properly, I think they'll probably wait and see what happens with that. You know, there might be
possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously they didn't know Monk was going to go to Sheffield Wednesday when they gave him caretaker full-time head coach, did they? So
no.
Yeah, I think as you say, it's for his peace of mind as well. You know, I'm sure. He'll have discussions with the board a hell of a lot more than anybody else. You know, and he'll know exactly what the board are thinking. But you know, from a press perspective, you know, just get rid of that. Get rid of that and say, okay, yeah, we're backing him. He's our man.
He's certainly doing okay so far overall, isn't he? Results-wise.
And the way he portrays himself on the TV is very good as well. Quite impressed with his demeanour and his manner and his mannerisms and one thing and another. Comes across quite blim. And a good English speaker as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's important.
I was informed by someone that when he was at Oxford, he'd get his post-match interviews basically drafted out for him and sent to him before he went for his thing. So he was basically
fluent in what he was going to say.
He was basically being told what to say.
Yeah.
You know, by his advisors, if you like. Whether that's still the case, I don't know. Obviously, some things he'll have to think on his feet for. You know, if somebody asks him about Max Collan, you know, I don't think people have got time to write a long answer for every single player on the pitch. So there'll be some things he's got to think of on his feet. But as I say, I don't know whether that is still the case or not. Maybe he is. You know, he's more confident now to speak to the press as a head coach. So, but I think that was the case at Oxford. But yeah, you're right though. He puts himself across well. Always got time for the supporters. Always make sure that he's acknowledging the supporters and the players and the hard work that they're putting in. So he's saying the right things. He's doing the right things.
I think his assistant's making a difference as well, isn't he, with all his experience?
Yeah, that'll help, and it'll give him someone to, you know, it's someone for him to bounce ideas off, and Javi Calm as well, who's also been on the bench as well, and possibly Craig as well, Craig Gardner. You know, every part of that coaching staff will be bringing something to the table. You know, and it's about working as a team, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Buzzrock, anybody know why the pies are substandard this season? Piegate raises its head again. What I suggest what you do is get onto the Tilton Talk page, go back a couple of weeks and have a look for the pie video that we put together. But the only reason
Oscar winning
we can think of is that it's due to cost. Even though the cost has gone up, the quality's gone down.
Definitely.
And Mark Adams' Stockdale's had all the best ones.
No comment.
BT has practically been gone for how long?
For ages.
Pep should last the season. If this style, look, we're not league winners, we're not, right? But if this style of football continues and the development continues and one thing and another, you never know. We might be able to push on saying another season or so. I don't know. You know, it's just one of them questions that you can never answer, isn't it? At the beginning of the season, where you're going to end up. You can, but
I think for me the Championship's the most unpredictable league, you know, in English football. Really, well, one of. And nobody this time last year would have said Norwich and Sheffield United for the top two. No. You know, so you just never know.
Certainly not Norwich, no.
Once you hit that once you hit that wave and you're on a good run, you know, you just don't know what can happen. You know, you don't know where you're going to finish up. So I'm not sitting here saying we're going to win the league, but what I will say is stranger things have happened.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And Alan Minute says, have we got a quest tonight based on last week's comments?
A quest?
A quest.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
That's
My
harsh,
quest.
Quest?
Quest.
My quest is to drink all these green monkeys.
Well, there you go. There's loads left in there.
Oh, he said that should have been guessed. I think he must have missed.
Oh.
He must have missed the earlier comment.
Next week.
Next week is our guest.
Yeah, he's coming in
Phil
next week.
Sullivan's coming in next week. There you go.
Let's reread it again then.
Fantastic.
Have we got a quest tonight based on last week's comments?
Yeah, he means
You meant guest.
So it meant guest from last week's comments. Yeah.
And Stephen Gilsey says, can the women's team still buy players?
No,
They can't now, can they?
the window is closed.
When did the window close for that one?
At the start of September,
Okay. All
before the season started.
Oh.
Interesting news from Paul Sterndale saying the pies were spot on at Charlton.
Yeah, I did see that, yeah. But they're certainly not spot on at St Andrews. Sorry.
Can I just say,
Greasy Grealish on a yellow, still 0-0 from Leeds.
Pardon?
Lee sells pucker pies, by the way.
Cafe to
In
you,
his
sorry.
van?
Yeah.
Can he get down St Andrews on a Saturday?
What, on at the women's games?
Yeah. Of course
Does
he
he?
does sell
Pucker pies in above raw
You're joking.
No.
with pepper.
Pucker man. Let's see.
Right.
So what would we do? Would we make any changes to the team Saturday from last week, or would you keep it the same? If it was up to yourself.
Would I make any changes from the team on Saturday,
Against
or would I keep it the same?
Yeah.
I would make changes. I think I'd be inclined to go with the diamond, and I would play Sunjic, Crowley, and poor.
It's a difficult one.
That is a difficult one.
It is, yeah.
Same back four.
I think I will go Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, same back four keeper. And then I'll go Jimenez and Duke with Jude lurking behind them.
According to several sources, the B6 players are arguing amongst themselves.
Oh dear.
This is a Blues show.
I know, but I'll still bring you funny snippets of information.
That's not funny.
So that's just one change, wasn't it? That's Jimenez coming in for
Morata, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Ray Hobro, 20% discount on hot dogs this week at Blues on Fast Pay only. 20% off hot dogs.
Don't eat hot dogs.
What?
No, I'm not keen.
I'm
keen
vegan.
on them. No, I'm not keen on them.
You're vegan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not really.
It could not last. 3 seconds at pretending to be vegan. I
I mean, come on.
I seriously need to improve that.
Let me get a close up.
Dear. I don't know. Where do you get it from, mate? So
It's just an inbuilt genius.
I cooked a beautiful curry on Saturday. Absolutely stunning. That's information for you.
Yeah, fantastic.
I could have.
Switch FM will be absolutely ecstatic about that. Stick that one on your podcast.
John Downing.
That's what Boyle Sports pay the big bucks for.
John Downing is making a case for Magoma. He played very well when he came on Saturday.
Yeah, do you know, Magoma was the one I was contemplating.
Yeah.
Because we could have gone Crowley right, Magoma left on that diamond. Certainly something I wouldn't be adverse to. But I think if you went Crowley, Magoma, Jude, Jimenez and Duke, that's quite an attacking front six. And I got a little bit scared. So went back to Davis. So, but yeah, I would not be adverse to see Magoma start at all now.
Well, Siobhan Kenny says, what are your thoughts on David Davies? Do you think he's still got the passion and the drive? Because
although I like him and he's involved in goals, he has gave a fair few away.
I think he's certainly back to full fitness now, isn't he? He's back. He's recovered from that.
I'm not
injury.
allowed to talk about David Davies because me and Tom Ross had a scuffle and almost came to blows over it last week.
Pete Taylor says, if Ndoye could convince people he was a professional footballer into believing he was a professional footballer, you could convince people you're a vegan.
I won't argue that.
Kevin Kelly says,
Pete.
Nick, get your glasses on.
It's not so much my glasses. It's scrolling to. I'm going to buy an iPad
No, it
because
is.
I can't see it. Oh, hang on, there he is.
Brilliant.
I think Davies is good at what he does. You know, he sort of puts out fires, doesn't he? Similar to Sunich, though. So do we need two of them at home? That's the only thing that I
I think
would say.
Sunich is better on the ball than Davies at the moment, but and he's got that rangy. But then when Davies is on it, this was the point I was making with Tom. When David Davies is on it, he can do the same things that our midfielders can. There's no disputing that. He's an energetic player. He's fit. He's strong. He's powerful. He can get up and down the pitch. Against Stoke, he showed that he can play killer passes the way he did to Collan on the right hand side. I personally don't think we've seen it enough, especially in home games, from him. But there's certain, I'm not suggesting that he should be out the side and he should be playing in League Two or anything like that. No. He is definitely worthy of a place in the squad. As I say, go back to the start, the McEachran thing. If it was me, I'd have McEachran in there. That team I put out, I'd put McEachran in instead of Davies. But that's just me. But certainly Davies offers a lot more. I don't think anybody could question his. What was the comment? Passion and drive. No questioning that at all for me.
Because we've got Gary Gardner as well, who seems to be gotten about a bit.
Of course, yeah.
Just a matter of keeping all these people fit throughout the season, isn't it?
And happy as well.
Playing well,
yeah. Competition for the shares is coming up right now, so listen out for your name because it could be you. You've got to be in it to win it, so to speak.
Why am I hearing an echo all the time?
Oh, you did it last week?
Yeah.
Who did it?
I don't know.
Why am I hearing an echo all the time, Sam, man?
What?
Can you not hear that?
The winner is Ricky Smith.
Ricky Smith, there you go. Ricky Smith, well done. Thanks for sharing last week. And you are the winner of some goodies. Please get in touch with Mrs. Brown and he will have those. We are bringing them on their way to you at his earliest convenience.
No, you're not going inside. I've turned it down.
Thank you.
What is it? Just your headphones?
Yeah, no, it's just me. I was just repeating everything you said. I just wanted to drive in my
It was killing me inside. I kept wanting to bring it up for the last half an hour. I've been hearing everything I'm saying. 2 seconds after I'm saying it. Yeah.
Why didn't you have a quiet word?
I can't. We're live to the nation.
To the world. To the world.
So the winner was a Ricky Smith. Get in touch and you'll get a prize off to you.
Okay.
It's cool, isn't it? Oh, look, we're almost into the last 15 minutes of the
joy.
show.
Oh, yeah.
See you next week.
Ian Stark said, what's Marab done wrong?
Nothing
for me.
Nothing.
And he's the main one who gives us that
Absolutely nothing. Just for me, that's the way I'm going. If we lose 3-0, then feel free to have a go at me. But when we win 4-1, which I said we would do anyway, then you'll all be off my backs and calling me a genius.
I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't personally. I'd leave it as it is. I'd keep the same team. Yeah. If it was up to me.
And when we lose
Nick,
2-0,
what would you do?
we
Would you
can-
change it or
can
leave
have
it the
him.
same?
Yeah. I'd tend to keep it the same.
Yeah, me too.
But again, it's dependent on this this lad coming in. And if he's announced before Saturday, he could be a good shout.
I don't know if he'll come straight in the starting 11 though, will he?
No, I doubt it.
I doubt it very much. Yeah. I doubt it very much. But it was good to get Mags back, to be honest.
Yeah, it's that, like Paul said, which Marabti offered us on Saturday. Both of them offer us a little bit more pace than other people do. And it is that something else for defences to worry about. If Duke's up front on his own, it's so easy to defend against him because make sure he doesn't win anything. Put 3 defenders on him if you want. Yeah. Make sure he doesn't win anything in the air. And that's how you stop us. Whereas if you've got Montgomery one side or Marabti one side, if you've got Jude lurking just off him, if you've got Crowley keeping the ball in their half, then we're a side that are much more difficult to defend against.
Carl Field says, any statement from the club reference to the pies? Nope.
And they've got no need to. If they want to change the supplier and put the price up, that's up to them.
No. Andrew Cash much preferred
But remember,
the old camera angle.
Oh, with the old studio.
Yeah, agreed.
Andrew Cash preferred the old camera angle.
I think I'm inclined to agree.
Me too.
Which one?
The one with the
Sky Sports studio.
The studio.
Other sporting subscriptions are available.
Tough.
Into the last 15 minutes we go, and it's anything to do with what you would find inside a butcher's shop and the surname of a footballer. Anything to do with inside of a butcher's shop and the surname of a footballer.
Terry Butcher.
Terry Butcher, yeah.
It ain't my fault. You ain't got to move away from me.
I'm just moving out of the door. He wants a front-on view. Andrew does. He doesn't want the studio. He just wants it full frontal.
He wants to look at you and me.
Well, obviously.
Well, just you.
Who wouldn't?
Just you.
Yes.
Okay, I'll get that sorted out for the next frame. Okay.
Get this in.
That's a good one, Mike Graham. Jack Pork.
Jack Pork.
This is where my newly discovered vegan morals are put to the test.
What about Paul Mintz?
Ooh, Michael Chopper.
Oh, Sky Sports News View he's on about, Andrew Cash. Yeah, the front. The studio.
So we've got Terry Butcher, Chopper Harris.
That's a good one.
You're really happy, aren't you?
Huh? There are so few things that I hate more than this.
Good.
So few.
Jake Livermore.
Famine.
Come on, Jake Livermore.
How long have we been doing it for?
Famine.
How long has it been in
I
the show?
prefer this to famine. And knife crime. That's it. Everything else in the world I prefer to this last 15 minutes.
Dear.
I know you don't mean that, Chris.
I prefer child poverty to the last 15 minutes.
Buzz Rock says, who put your cameras in? Because you're all perfect for radio. Thanks, Buzz. Mince Oberson. Paolo One Chop. Hotter chocolate. I don't know where that would come from. I'm sure you know Benji Smith wrote it.
Andy Leg of Lamb from Linda Enza.
Jack Tripe Grealish. Bit harsh. No, not. Oh, dear. Kevin Mintz Boateng. Chris Pugh, do you think Pep will be our manager post-January? I think Ren has got something up his sleeve. Now, that is a serious question. While all this humour is going on.
Oh, yeah, all the humour. So much humour. Can't move for humour. I hope so. Because he's a decent bloke. And I think he is learning. And I think, the team are learning. And the fact that we're picking up results, if we keep doing that, it would be a real shame to lose that based on something Ren wants to do. We obviously we had it with Rowett and we had it with Monk in the summer. Both went for the reasons they went, but the overriding feeling as supporters was I think with both of them was that it was a missed opportunity, that we didn't get to see what could have happened with both of them, given the backing that they could have got. I think this is obviously, again, 7 games in. You know, I don't want to get too carried away or anything, but at the moment it would feel like a very missed opportunity if something were to happen now, that we wouldn't actually be able to see what would, the end result of this thing come to fruition, if you like. Very similar to Rowett and Monk. So I hope he is. Yeah,
me too.
Yeah.
Tony Hurley, Mo Salami, John Downing, Tom Cleverley. That's a clever one. Richard Haler says Joe Hart. Andy Legolam. Nick Rawson, that's brilliant. Andy Legolam.
Linda Renza did say it earlier as well. Said it earlier.
Stefan Liverson. We've got Neil Hudson saying Streaky Beckham. Barry Venison from Paul Lilly.
That's a good one.
Alex Oxlade Chamberlain from Mike Graham. Gary Rump from Pete Taylor. Chickeny Burns. Yeah. Got Jake Livermore on that one.
Ian Stark has just said if Monk was still here,
do you know what, Ian? Jude. And I wrote that on Facebook the other day as well. Young Jude Bellingham was the little lad, right, and his dad, who exposed the allegations against Gary Monk. And there's every chance that Jude Bellingham wouldn't
allegedly.
Be that's why I said allegations. Yeah.
Well, you actually said who uncovered the allegations, as though.
Yeah, but it's an allegation, not a proven fact at that point, as far as I'm concerned. Right? Okay, but all right, allegedly. Thank you.
You have to be very careful with your words.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, houses might be burnt down.
And we may well have not seen that player ever in a blue shirt.
Well, it's all hindsight. We'll never know.
Of course it is, and
we'll never know.
The fact is, he's made 2 starts and scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
End of. He's now the youngest scorer at Birmingham City Football Club.
Yeah.
But Stephen Carcass. Keith Farhey. Jeff Horsemeat. Chris Mutton. No, that's a good one.
Have you done this for the last 15 minutes for 9 years?
Roman Sawyers.
No.
Do you think I'd have stayed?
I was going to say.
Jude Bellingham and Veal Kilkenny.
Veal Kilkenny. That's a good one.
Dwight Paul.
But you can't wait for Christmas, can you?
That's good fun.
Huh?
No, I hate Christmas.
I know how much you hate Christmas. You hate the gifts I get you every year. I spend so much of my time searching for something nice and kind for you, and then you just pull your face.
Mandy Irving has just become... He's comfortably shot into my top 5 favourite people of all time.
Go on.
You can read it out, Paul.
I hate this part of the show. Let's talk about football. That's Mandy Irving.
And then the next comment is chicken steak. Or Bellingham.
Long live Mandy Irving.
We need a couple of polls, don't we? I think studio. What studio? And also last 15 minutes or no last 15 minutes.
Oh yeah,
I think we do.
We've had that debate every week.
I'm gonna put a poll.
I guarantee you, I'll tell you now.
Lot of people like
I
it.
will tell you now. Everybody hates the last 15 minutes of this show. Everybody. But the one thing they hate more is me.
Yeah.
So the fact that they know that I hate it means that they'll suffer it. Just to see me suffer.
Just to see you suffer.
We've got a bit of weekend, haven't we?
Dear me. Oh, God, blimey, mate. The one thing I hate more is me.
Don't worry, everyone. I know it's true. It's fine.
Oh, did you? Oh, gosh. Oh, right. Alan Haynes cow.
Yeah.
That was from the Blues Collective.
Cherry rib bit.
Pucky pies. Everybody does hate you, don't they? They really do.
Yeah.
Kevin Kelly just said you can't change the studio that Chris has built.
No, you can't. That's what you're going to get now. Until we get our new background I've been promised. That's what you're going to get.
Which won't be too long away now, will it?
No, rubbish.
Pete Taylor has just joined Mandy Irving in my top 5 favourite people of all time.
Decent company.
He's put, I think we should change the format and just have Mr. Fun for the last 15 minutes. You will go home.
We'll go home.
And I'll just have a chat to myself.
Have you got a rant of the week this week?
Has anything got to me this week?
Yeah, what's grinding your
Has
gears?
anything got to me this week? What a question.
Oh, well, yeah, because things get to me every half hour. So, yeah, some of it's bound to have got to me. Off the top of my head, I can't think.
Okay.
I will think of one for next
Anyone
week.
mention Christmas?
Well, he mentioned Christmas, doesn't he? Which is frustrating.
It's my birthday, Christmas Day. I haven't said that.
Sky sacking David Gower.
Yes.
Not fussed about both of them going.
Right.
Because for me, both of them has been his heart's not been in it
So
for
you're
a
not
couple of
willing
years
to have the
now.
last 15 minutes, but you're willing to talk about cricket on the Birmingham City Football
You asked me
Show.
what has got to me. That's got to me. Gower's a class act.
I think both of them proved he won't bother with his dress sense, didn't they?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah.
But Gower is
Gower's a class. Yeah,
Gower leads that.
yeah,
He's a class act.
yeah. It's going to be like Planet Earth without David Attenborough.
And if it's
Imagine
Ian
that.
Ward, I'm not watching again.
Right, Kev Kelly says, Chris Pugh, if you had the option to sing along a Pugh as opposed to the comical last 15 minutes, would you?
What was the option? The last 15 minutes or what?
If you had the option to sing along a Pugh,
Sing along a pew. What's that?
singing along with you.
Oh,
think
so
you
a
meant
song
what, sing
comes
a
on,
song?
I have to sing it. I'll do that.
You'll sing for 15 minutes.
I'll
rather
sing
than
for
listen to
15 minutes, yeah.
A 15-minute song.
Yeah.
Kev French loved
I
the
went
last
to watch The
15
Lion
minutes.
King on Saturday. I'll sing Lion King songs for the last
That's
15
nothing to be
minutes
proud
next
of,
week.
Chris. Really.
It's a great film.
Off you go then, quick
not
rendition.
really,
You've got
it's not
two
true.
minutes. You've got 2 minutes.
I'll tell you the greatest. Do you want to know the best? Apart from the fact that The Lion King is the greatest story ever told, which it is.
It's a true story.
It's an absolute sensation. But apart from that, you know the bit in The Lion King. Everyone's seen The Lion King, yeah. Obviously,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not.
For a few years.
cool.
I'm not talking to idiots here, am I?
No,
I've not seen the new one.
Talking to sensible, normal people. Yeah,
I've
but
seen
it
the old
was-
cartoon probably
It
about.
was the old. It was right. It was in the old one as well. Well, when he's, do I give the spoiler away?
You asked him
I'm gonna have to get spoiler alert. If you don't know the story of the Lion King, A, what have you been doing with your life? B, just have a look at something else for a minute. The bit towards the end when he gets through the scar, and everything's on fire, and then it starts raining, and it's really emotional because all the rain's coming down, and it's putting the fire out, and all the animals are coming back out, and then Simba takes he's walking up the rock to take his place at the head of Pride Rock where he belongs. Do you know what I mean? And the music's playing, and the rain's coming down, and he's walking up, and everybody's looking up at him. It's one of the most emotional moments in a film.
Jonathan Grimes beef.
Sebastian Lard's song.
I'm glad we got back to this.
Hi Callum,
Last
it's
15
me from
minutes,
earlier who messaged you.
Me explaining my favourite bits from popular films.
Right.
There you go.
Bleak Tracy, good show again, lads. Keep right on. Jonathan Graham's beef, we've just had that one. Kev French has fallen asleep. Mark Adams has fallen asleep.
Boyle Sports.
Kev Kelly, I think
Boyle
I'm-
Sports.
I think
you
I'm-
tell me that me, in the last 15 minutes, describing the best bits of my favourite films is better than this nonsense.
Kev Kelly, I think I am for the last 15 minutes over The Lion King. Tony Hurley, E. Veal, Esky. Changed my mind, prefer the last minutes 15 as it was. Hi,
Richard
to Callum.
Hayner, anything to do with the Lion King and footballers next week for the last 15 years?
Richard, thank you. Thank you.
We've got to do that.
Got to do that. Right, okay, so get watching Simba.
I'm sure
in the
Phil
week.
Summerhill will be absolutely buzzing this week.
He might have a few answers,
He'll be
you never
watching
know.
this and he'll be going, right, I've got all week to think of footballers to do with the Lion King. I can't wait.
Mark Andrew Adams, your last 15 minutes will be called Pugh at the Movies.
Canuta Matata.
Siobhan Kenny, my daughter's name's on the second Lion King, Kiara. Oh, that's sweet.
Nice.
Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful phrase. Oh dear. Jerry Giblets or pork loin chops. I've had that one. Chris, I thought you a lifeline. I threw you a lifeline and you blew it. Oh,
No, I
dear me.
disagree. I disagree. I think I took it with both hands.
Peter Elson movies The Pew View.
I must warn you, I don't watch many movies, so a lot of it could be Forrest Gump repeated. But
And
it'll
Kevin
work.
Kevin
Tell you what,
French.
it's Green Monkey. It's
Kevin French, Pork Loin King. Pork Loin King. That's quite clever, isn't it?
It's not football.
On your
Pew's
touch of
line,
words.
is it,
I
anyway?
know.
Pew's line, is it anyway?
Oh, that's a good
They're
one.
clever like that.
I tell you
aren't
what, you could do that with so many songs, by the way. Because Pew rhymes with you.
they? Yeah.
So many songs replace the word you with Pew. It's one of my favourite subjects to do. Sometimes I wait for Emily to go to bed and I'll just go downstairs, I'll put my Spotify on and I'll just sing along and replace everything that rhymes with you with Pew. Just to myself for half an hour.
That's fun.
Gives me a great feeling of
We're
satisfaction.
so happy following the Pew.
Following the Pew. We love Pew. What more can we say? There you go.
Stuck on Pew.
Yeah.
Right.
I
good-
can't help falling in love with Pew. I've got Pew under my skin. Just keep going. It's great.
Pew, Barney.
Pew really got me.
Yeah.
I love
Hey,
Pew,
Pew.
babe.
Hey, Pew.
Well, this has been another Monday.
That last 15 minutes there was magical.
It's lovely.
Apart from the bit where we were doing awful jokes about butchers, every other bit was brilliant.
Pew word association is okay though, isn't it?
I got Pew Babe from Mark Andrew Adams. That's a good one.
Yeah. Never going to give Pew up. Kevin Keller.
Pepe Le Pew.
Pew really got me.
Tell me that this isn't better than that. Do you know what I mean?
We'll do it next week for the last 15 then. Right, okay, as many songs as we can.
So you got your own way now, Chris.
Well, this has been the Tilton Talk Show. It's been a Monday night, as always. Every Monday here, 7:30 through till 9. Tomorrow night on Switch FM. Thanks to Ball Sports, our principal sponsor, Capital to you, Solid Hall, SAS Autos, Munchies Cafe in Alton, and
everyone.
Bordsley,
And everyone in the world.
Person in the world that
Yeah.
rhymes with Pew. That means
Every
you.
country that rhymes with Pew.
That
You
means
to me
you.
are everything, the sweetest.
That's the first time I've ever heard you sing.
It's good, isn't it? It's good.
Mr. Pew Sky.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Please, let's go.
It can be done. Can you put them on the Tilton Talk page so we can just get as many songs as we can?
Maureen Minute says we're sad. You're sad, Maureen. That's all I have to say about that. Well, thank you to everybody tonight, everybody in the world, apart from you, Maureen.
Please don't.
You be careful of that house burning down.
don't. No. You shouldn't say that, really. All right, we've had a little bit of fun. Now it comes to serious stuff. It's Saturday, it's Preston. Let's get there, let's be loud, let's be proud. We are Birmingham City, it is St Andrews. We keep right on, we go again. Let's try and get another win. But I tell you what, our home support has to get like our away support. It really needs to be a hostile place. See you all there, take care. Thanks, Mrs. Pugh.
Pleasure.
That rhymes with Mr. Pugh.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, all right, okay.
Genuinely doesn't.
Mr. Sheen.
Thank you. Good night.
And Mrs. Brown. And from me, good night, God bless, take care, and be safe. See you all Saturday.
Sheen on me.
We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from Tilton. We'll support you